The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Hello. Welcome to the Player vs. Podcast. I'm your host, Gerald.
I'm your co-host, Augustin. You can call me Gus.
I'm one of the guests, Ryan.
I'm also one of the guests, Joshua.
And
in the corner here.
Today we will be discussing various anime and gaming topics. To start off with, how do you guys feel about the rumors about the Nintendo Switch 2?
You want to go?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, Switch 2. I've been pretty hyped. I think it's this is going nowhere. I won't lie.
All right, well,
my brain flow is fucking
it's okay.
up
I
here.
got you.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
pick up
fine.
the slack.
Yeah, don't
So
worry.
the Nintendo Switch, fantastic console, great idea. It did axe the portable aspect of Nintendo's console history, but it's kind of a portable console in its own right. You know, it's handheld and console. The important bit, though, is that the Nintendo Switch, despite how popular it is, has terrible power from like a technical standpoint.
Oh, yeah. It is leagues behind its
Yeah.
competitors, but that's because of the portable aspect, and
That's
they can't fit
100%
a
true.
good enough like processor and stuff like that into a portable thing unless they do what the Steam Deck did and just make it a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So for me, my wish list for the Nintendo Switch 2 would be just make it stronger.
Oh,
please.
Yeah.
I want better graphics. I want stronger games that don't lag.
Yeah.
Scarlet and Violet, the Pokemon titles.
That was
Oh my god.
tragedy.
It's
The
terrible.
only like high-powered Switch game that I can think of are the Xenoblade games 2 and 3, and the remake for 1. They look amazing.
They do look amazing.
And Monolith did some voodoo magic in order to make it look good and also play well. So that's the only game that I can think of on the Switch that does that.
Yeah, I don't really have any other examples to go off that can use the Switch's limitations to its fullest and almost bypass them entirely.
Yeah, and not lag to
And not
eternity.
lag.
That
Yeah.
is so true. Man, the Switch 2, all I really want is like, so I know a lot of people like before the OLED came out, a lot of people were like, hey, we're going to get like the Switch Pro or something.
Yeah, I heard that
And
too.
They
yeah.
wanted
Age
it to
poorly.
be like a only home console thing.
Yeah,
Whereas
that'd be the
Switch
best.
was like the Switch Lite, was the portable
Only one.
and
yeah.
now like the Switch Pro or something would be the home console one.
Yeah,
I think that could also work, but I feel like if Nintendo does that, it kind of like
defeats the purpose.
it removes the soul of what the Switch was supposed to be.
I can agree with that. I think that Nintendo would want to preserve the identity of the Switch, which is it's a console that you can take on the go, which is nothing that Sony nor Microsoft have in the market. So you really don't want to take away that aspect from the Switch, but you got to make it better.
No, that's so true.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Again, the Steam Deck is the biggest competitor to the Switch, direct competition at the very least, due to it being portable and it just being a computer.
Yeah. So, talking about Nintendo, Pokemon Day's coming up.
Oh, yeah,
That's true. That's true.
Very excited.
Yeah. Any wish listers? Anything on your mind?
Gen 5 remakes, please.
Yeah.
Please.
That's
Oh
next
my
in line,
God.
right?
Please.
I hope it's not another Brilliant Diamond, though, and Shining Pearl. Ooh.
Another Legends game, please.
Oh, yes, please.
Wow.
I hope it's not another Pokemon Z, as in they think it's so predictable that they decide to not do it at all.
That's so true.
Am I going insane, or wasn't like Pokemon Z actually supposed to come out?
It was, I think it was
no.
rumored, but it never did.
It was supposed to come out,
Yeah.
and then they were like, hey, guys, that's actually really predictable. We really, stuck to this formula of releasing 2 games that are kind of similar and then a third better enhanced version.
Yeah.
So instead of doing that, which Generation 6 desperately needed,
Yes.
let's just skip to Gen 7.
Wow.
Yeah, I know in Gen
think-
5 they did. Oh my bad.
So no, like
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like I think Gen 6 kind of got disrespected in my opinion. It was kind of like a revolutionary in terms of like, oh, we're gonna start releasing stuff, mainline games on the 3DS. But it was like, no, it just after like a few years of that, they skipped it entirely. They moved on to Gen 7.
No, that is so true. Like Gen 6 was probably my entry point mainly into Pokemon.
Mhm.
I played like a very small bit of like Soul Silver on the DS,
Oh yeah.
but I wasn't too much of a Pokemon fan until Gen 6.
Mhm.
And easiest game, baby game. It desperately needed, as Gerald said, the just something to spice it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are plenty of areas and unexplained lore
Mhm.
pieces,
Oh, yeah, that was a
as
big
well
thing.
as just not enough difficulty curves in the game. Like Gen 7, the Ultra games are kind of divisive because they don't change the base games in the same ways that enhanced versions typically do.
Mhm.
They actively change like the plot and the story
Yeah.
in some ways that people don't like. But what you can give them credit for is having fantastically difficult and challenging boss fights.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Totem Pokemon, Ultra Necrozma, even certain of Trial Captains are just so much stronger than the base game versions because now they have the full roster of Pokemon instead of just the Gen 7 Pokedex.
Yeah.
Gen 6 did not have that, and unfortunately for them, that really hampers a lot of the perception that the community has with those games.
Yeah.
Another thing is the post game for Pokemon also is super important, and I think it's been lacking for the most part in a chunk of the games, especially during that time.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Me as a casual Pokemon fan, haven't really beaten many of the Pokemon games.
That's true.
I think
I'm on the same, I'm on the same boat.
like Scarlet and Violet. It's been such a slog
It's been
to get
rough.
through for
It's
me.
been rough.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to contest Ryan on that point, though. I think that Gen 6's post game was really good. It's probably one of the better aspects of the games.
It was the looker stuff, right?
You had the Looker side quest.
Yes.
You had the Ultra. Oh, no, that is Gen 7.
no, that's Evan.
No,
all the
you're
ultra
right.
stuff is Gen
You
7.
know what? You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I thought, oh yeah,
Exactly.
Gen 6 and Looker. So the Ultra Wormhole
No,
stuff.
that was
no,
the
you're
that
right.
was the sequel to the Gen 6 post game. That
Yeah.
was never explained why they were even there.
Yeah.
But
Gen
if we're,
6.
so if we're gonna go back to like predictions, I do want. Well, I just want to clarify. I do
Mm-hmm.
want Gen 5 remakes. What I don't want is a chibi Gen 5 remake.
Yeah, like Shining,
Shining
Pearl
and
Brilliant Diamond.
I touched
yeah.
that game like once or twice, beat it, and never touched it again.
They didn't add anything.
They didn't
to
add
it.
anything. They just
It was
they
the
literally
same
just
game, just
remade the whole
easier.
entire game. It was insane.
They somehow made it easier though.
They
That's the
made you
craziest
pay-
part.
Yeah, because I heard it's a
$60.
pretty hard game. It's one of the longer Pokemon games to actually complete. It's like
Yeah, I don't know.
$60 just to buy
Also-
a game that you owned like 10 years ago.
yes.
Yeah.
Also,
so true.
here's here's a question I had for myself here. If they are gonna remake Gen 5,
Mhm.
would they remake the original or would they remake Black or White too?
Ooh, I think if they do, they would have to have an option because the stories are so vastly
So they make
different.
They make 4 different games. They make
No,
four-
no. I think they would just have 2 games, and then they would be like a route split or something like that. I don't know.
Or that might be room for DLC.
yeah, DLC also the end story for a DLC or whatever.
I think they have the opportunity to do the coolest thing, which, as you said, because the two games have like similar but like different enough
There's
storylines.
so much plot deviation at a point.
And there already did exist a kind of time. They had some time travel shenanigans going on in Black and White too, where you can view events from the previous games.
Yes.
And in Scarlet and Violet, we just straight up have time travel.
yeah,
proper.
that's a big thing.
So
yeah.
I think having a Gen 5 remake where you time travel across the past of Unova and the future of Unova would be very, very cool.
Ooh,
that does
I
sound
like,
cool.
I like what you're thinking actually.
and
That's
it could go
actually
into the Legends game.
Oh,
There you go. There you go.
Celebi.
Oh, my
Huron,
God.
bro. No, I rather.
No, seeing the Origin Dragon and like
That'd be
that'd be
sick.
so cool.
Now-
Imagine,
Hear me out.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Real quick. The past would focus on the Origin Dragon. The future on Genesect-esque bio Pokemon.
Ooh, that's so
sick,
cool.
yeah.
I've played plenty of fan games.
We're
that are
cooking
like
for
that
Pokemon
too.
right now, bro.
You know,
We're
that's
cooking,
actually
we're
pretty cool,
cooking.
though.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
Oh my
We're
god,
cooking. We're cooking.
man.
Man, indeed.
Man.
Pokemon.
So true.
Man.
Bestie,
I lost
so
my-
true.
I lost
So
my
many
Pokemon
men.
son.
So many men.
So many men.
Yeah, I lost my Pokemon son
okay,
when
so
I
we
was
got
young.
the that's what we want, but the inevitable for Pokemon is going to be their updates on like their mobile games like Masters,
Oh, yeah.
EX,
Yeah.
Go.
100%.
Which, if we're gonna go on topic of Pokemon Pogo, it's like they had their like little Pokemon Go event with all the Origin Pokemon, with all Legends and stuff. I never got my shiny. I never got my 4-star Origin. but
Damn,
it's
elbows
sad.
though.
It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. I spent like I don't know. Never mind. All right.
Yeah, you don't need to say.
I don't need to say nothing about that.
Okay, but last time they did throw us a curveball with the Detective Pikachu stuff.
True.
I'm saying Pokemon Rangers, Pokemon Conquest,
I don't
they're
know about
on
Ranger.
the table.
Oh my god, Pokemon Rangers.
I want Ranger,
and Rangers. I played all 2 of the 3 games. Oh my god, they were so good, dude. The stories, so good.
I gotta download it on my 3DS. It's so,
You
it's
do.
so-
It's so good.
Imagine Pokemon Rangers functioning like Legends Arceus. In like an overworld,
That would actually be
like
kinda sick.
dangerous Pokemon world-esque
That'd be
situation,
cool.
Yeah.
dodging and weaving between attacks to
No.
like tame them.
No, that's so
Yeah.
true.
Do we want to talk about the one we were talking about earlier, Conquest 2?
Pokemon Conquest.
I
Oh,
never got to play it personally. I
As-
wanted to, but I
Isn't
never
that just
got to.
Fire Emblem? But
It is a
Pokemon.
Fire Emblem Tactics Ogre-esque Pokemon game
Yeah.
where
Awesome.
you are in feudal Japan version of Pokemon and you are a warlord and you are trying to conquer all of Sinnoh.
Okay.
And you collect the legendaries and everything because obviously the big bad.
That's
You got-
true.
I think he had Giratina.
Listen,
I don't remember.
I want Pokemon Conquest 2. I've never played the first one.
Oh
but
my
that's
god!
because
Am I
they
the only one that
didn't-
played it?
They didn't sell me on it.
Or you
I
know
was
what'd be
like
cool?
13, 14.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool
I
just
didn't
to
sell them
remaster
at
it or
first, but
something
then
like
I've
that.
played it.
We'll give you that
Damn,
one
this
slip, we'll give you
game
that one
good.
Game.
Game.
Game good.
Yeah.
Damn, game
Pokemon
good.
Just a game.
Conquest.
Game.
Just a game.
Look, I've played Final Fantasy Tactics. That's the only tactics game I can get into. But
I was play-
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Pokemon
just
Tactics
Pokemon,
kinda
It's
sounds
so
pretty
good. I would recommend.
So how does it work? Can you like
So your units are the Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay.
And
okay,
they
that's what I was hoping.
have different moves, and they can use items and stuff. And as they
Okay.
evolve,
Sick.
they get more movement, stronger move.
Okay.
If you ever played the Disgaea games or
Yeah.
know of the Disgaea
I-
games,
I've
played
it's a
that one, but-
similar unit system to that, where you
Okay.
summon Pokemon
Very
from a
cool.
point and stuff like that. It's really cool. Would recommend looking at it,
Okay.
or at least trying it
Okay.
out.
Okay, yeah.
Josh, you had something to say, right?
I forgot what I was gonna say. No, I was saying like they could either make a second one or a sequel to Conquest, or they would remaster it or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
remastering it so other people could play.
Like
would
I
be
wouldn't
nice.
mind a remaster. That game I wouldn't mind a remaster of because it's been
Yeah.
so long.
And it was such a
time.
niche game.
Yeah.
All right. Give me Pokemon Black and White 3.
Mm.
But the
That would
legendary.
be so good.
I
The
wouldn't know how
legendary
to
is
go
called
though.
Kyurem 2.
I wouldn't know how.
Kyurem Square.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just 2 Kyurems put together.
No, wait. It's just Pokemon Black and White 3.
Ultra
But
Kyurem.
it's the same
on.
box art legendary. It's just the original dragon, but he has 2 forms.
Ooh,
That's so
that'd be
good.
cool.
Oh
Wait,
my
that'd
God.
be so cool.
Very sick.
I like that. I like that.
Wow.
Game Freak has to hire us.
Game
No.
Freak,
Game Freak
we
has
giving them
to hire
free
They
ideas.
probably have open spots, bro. They probably have to file. Some people have to file the
Oh my
dog.
god, dude!
That's,
Holy
oh man,
Wow. Wow.
cooking.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's also cooking?
what's
Let
cooking?
me hear it.
Oh,
Delicious in Dungeon.
ooh,
Oh, that's so
That's
true.
up to you.
that's
three.
so.
I like that segue.
That-
All right.
I love that too. Actually,
It's
that's
been
pretty
ta-
good.
That anime's been taking a lot of people's attention on Netflix.
Could you explain it to me? Because I, in like layman's terms, because I had never actually watched the anime.
I would love to.
Okay, explain to me, please.
So, it's basically fantasy, expansive world, like Dungeons and Dragons-esque, with a focus on food and the many themes and narratives that you can concoct with that as the focus. Basically, group of adventurers go into the dungeon. One of them gets eaten by a dragon, but they're not dead. They have a timer before they get digested. So the rest of the party has to go down into the dungeon, back to where the dragon lies, and kill it to rescue her. The problem, they wiped, so they are low on supplies and money and funds. So, to bypass that, they start eating the monsters in the dungeons.
They start cooking the monsters in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They start chefing up.
They making
bro.
some good stews. No,
No, 100%.
Oh,
Steaks.
the food from there, it looks so good.
No,
It
it
doesn't even
really
look
does.
like
Is it
dungeon
food,
monsters.
Is it Food Wars level kind
Yeah,
of food?
Yes.
it is. It is Food Wars level.
It's the stuff that makes your clothes fly off the.
No,
body, or is
no.
it-
Hey, the elf girl. Sometimes I wouldn't be
my
surprised.
God.
I think it's like the creativity and how they create dishes
yeah.
with these monsters.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly,
I think my
yeah.
favorite, most bizarre one would be using the ephemeral ghosts who have ice properties to
Oh
make
my-
gelato.
Oh, that was so
God,
good.
made
That was
ghost
so
ice
good.
cream. Like,
I was
it's so
actually going to
good.
bring that up too. Oh my God,
so
that was.
And then
Bro,
used
bro,
it to
bro.
purify. Like, it's made out of holy water, and then they freeze it using the ghosts themselves as they kill it,
Yeah.
and it just makes ice cream.
It's so good.
That's
Yeah.
jokes.
They're so creative with how they make these foods, man.
Exactly.
It's so good.
It was so funny when he just started pulling out like a bunch of different, just like ways to kill ghosts and just mixed them together in a bottle.
Ghost
I was
pepper
like,
looking
this is how I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And then just start swinging them, literally swinging
Swinging?
that bottle at the ghosts.
Oh, I thought you were swinging hands. Like
No, like using the bottle as a maze.
Oh,
It was-
okay.
It
Because
was
think about
such a
it.
good
I
episode.
love this logic so much. Ghosts phase through things. So if you have holy water in a bottle and you're hitting them with the bottle, they phase through the bottle and the water hits them, hurting them. You don't have to be.
I don't get that. I
splashing
don't
it
really
at
get that
them.
logic with ghosts sometimes. Honestly, like I don't know.
that they're like phantasmal.
They can phase through certain things. I don't know.
Interesting.
And they're not of this world.
They
but
don't have a
lingering
physical
in
body.
it.
Yeah. Danny
That's the big
Phantom, kind
so,
of.
so true.
Yeah. Phase
They-
through stuff. Well,
Not
only if
having
you
a
want
physical
to.
body
Yeah.
does that to a person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bodies suck.
Right.
Our bodies, at least. I don't know. Somebody.
No, that's, if it was me personally, I would have just phased
I'm
through
built
all.
different.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Come
built.
Come on,
We're all
come
built
on.
different.
Wouldn't happen to me personally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's good.
Yeah, you should
Okay.
get on that show.
It's so good.
What is it on? What platforms?
It's
is it
on Netflix.
Yeah.
Man,
It's
I don't pay
on.
$20 for Netflix
Oh,
though.
Pirate's Life for me.
You
A
can't
Pirate's
say
Life for
you
me.
can't say that
Oh
here,
my
but
God.
hey, if you do what you want to do, we don't condone
We don't condone
a
that.
pirate's life, but I can't stop
You
you.
know,
I'm a
it's
One Piece
available.
fan. I'm a One Piece fan.
Oh, One Piece
I'm,
fan.
I'm not
You
gonna
know,
stop
speaking
you.
of One
So
Piece,
that's what
One
that's
Piece
what you're
fan
referring to, I'm
derogatory.
guessing. Okay.
You know, speaking of One Piece, I heard about the live action was really good, but you know what? Another live action was like it's pretty contentious right now.
Oh.
The Avatar one.
I love that. I love that.
True.
Okay.
How y'all feeling about the Avatar one?
okay.
Anybody
Yo,
watch
hold on.
it?
I'm a hot take. Hot take.
Oh, okay.
I never watched the animated series.
All right.
Ooh, that's
Get him out of here.
blasphemy.
Get him out of here.
That's
I just
blasphemy.
offended like.
All right.
You offended most of our audience with this.
No, that's so true.
Dude,
Wow.
My aunt from the Dominican Republic, who's like pushing 40s to 50s, watched Avatar: The Last Airbender
She's
as
so
a
real for that.
grown woman, like in Spanish and everything. How have you not seen it?
It's such
so
a
I've
good
watched,
story,
I've
dude.
watched some clips of it. I never fully like watched it and like actually like paid attention to it. I remember at some point like I had my cousins like all gather around at one house just to watch like either Last Airbender or Legend of Korra or something like that. Like I remember they were gathering up just to watch that. It was sick.
This is such a good
And
show.
I'm over here just watching it, like just not understanding half what's going on.
my God.
Like Korra's just in like this alternate world, like these ghosts or something like that. And I'm just like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh
All
my
right.
god!
So now this is actually a perfect moment. Now I want to. Have you seen the first episode of the Netflix series?
No, I haven't
Oh.
seen. I haven't seen. No,
Good.
I haven't seen
Okay.
Don't
okay.
watch the animated series before you watch the live action,
Okay.
please.
That
Or-
I'm actually kind of curious, like if he watched, like what an outsider's
Yeah,
view
what,
on the Netflix.
Yeah,
one.
that's true.
That's what I was curious about.
You know
but-
what? Don't watch the live. Don't watch the animated. Watch the live action
Watch the
episode
first,
1 first.
Yeah, watch
Yeah.
that and then watch the first few episodes of the animated series and see how different.
So you want me
it
to
is.
scar myself and then revive with the animated
Well,
series?
no, see, because okay, the live action, the first episode
I've heard some bad things about it.
started so like not Avatar. I did not expect it to be how it is.
But I think that's to play devil's advocate. I'm gonna play in their corner. I'm gonna put up a good fight for them.
You gotta.
But
Okay.
it's an adaptation. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
trying to be the original. If
True.
it was trying to be the original, it would always be inferior. So why bother?
That's true.
True.
You should always just watch the cartoon then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is meant to be a different interpretation using similar set pieces and characters and themes.
Yeah.
And the differences, for better or for worse, exist to differentiate it from its predecessor. It doesn't have to be Avatar and feel like Avatar to say Avatar. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get what
don't
you're
care. Pacing is messed up.
Also,
that was
Oh
a
my God.
huge thing. Even in the first episode, they zoomed through the first few episodes.
Yeah, I understand why, because
It's like, what, 8 episodes or
exactly,
something like that?
Exactly.
Yeah, they have
and
to.
they have to squeeze so much information in such a small amount of time.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
But, oh my God.
Wait,
They also
wait,
skip
wait.
forward with some information too.
Yeah,
With,
exactly.
like the comet and everything.
It's
Ooh.
only 8 episodes
I
for,
believe-
Yeah.
for the whole series?
For season
No,
1.
for season
Oh.
1. For the first
For
book.
it,
Oh my
I think
God.
they have
Yeah.
all of book 1. Or
That's
like
still
most
ridiculous.
of it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The M. Night Shyamalan movie. Bless M. Night Shyamalan's
Oh
heart.
my God.
But, he tried to put the entirety of book 1 in a movie. And we've seen how bad that went.
Okay, I think that's for different reasons, though. I feel like
M. Night Shyamalan tried his best, bro.
You know, he
Ong
is a
was,
god.
does his best.
Ong was a
He
good
does-
character.
he
I don't
does-
know what you're talking
Ong.
about. Ong.
No, that's so true. He
You
he
say
was.
Ong?
Yeah, that's what they say in the M. Night movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Isn't it? Okay, never mind.
It's Aang.
It's
I know it's
Aang.
Aang, but I'm just saying.
No, in the last Airbender, he made
You
it.
gotta put some
I-
respect on his name.
I
Let's
heard.
say, yeah.
I heard. Now I don't have the sources on me that the M. Night Shyamalan version of the adaptation partially fumbled due to meddling from outside forces, forcing those changes onto him.
I
He
can
didn't want to
believe it.
make these changes, but he was told to, and
Yeah.
they got the paycheck. So
Yeah, I could believe that. But like with the Netflix thing, they outright said, "Yo, some of this stuff, I don't like it. I'm changing it." Like the stuff with
Yeah.
Sokka.
Yeah,
Do you read the thing where it said they don't like how how misogynistic he was in the beginning, so they're changing it entirely? But that was like part of his character arc.
Yeah.
His whole thing with the Kyoshi warriors.
Yeah, he literally he gets his handed to him on a silver platter.
Yeah,
By
like,
one of the
Suki
Kyoshi warriors.
destroyed.
Yeah,
him,
exactly.
Bro.
Exactly. And then he's
Humbled the man.
he's like, wait a minute.
Women are pretty good.
Yeah, women are competent fighters.
I'm
What?
number one woman
What?
fan now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
I really love this quote where he's giving his respect to the Kyoshi warriors. He's like, I didn't realize you guys were like such fierce warriors, but then what's her name? Suki?
Yeah, Suki.
Yeah.
She says, but I'm also a woman,
Yeah.
Like she's both, and that's the important thing. It's not just
Yeah.
you don't view the Kyoshi warriors as just these super cool fighters that can hold their own. They're still women, and they have that strong maternity element woven into their like thematic narrative for
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
And Sokka realizes that, and so for the Netflix adaptation to like remove that aspect of his character,
It destroys
it's
like,
just
a
gonna,
lot of the beginning.
It's gonna worsen the Kyoshi warriors'
Yeah.
influence
Yeah,
on the
I
narrative.
agree.
And Sokka has nothing to do then. Like, what's he even
what-
here for?
Yeah, and I've only watched episode 1, so I don't know how they actually do it because that's
I
like
agree.
probably episode 2 or 3. But then also the thing with Yue in the Northern Water Tribe.
Oh, that's
how is
true.
that gonna go?
I completely forgot about
that was
that.
that was Sokka's canon event, bro.
No,
Let's be real. That was his canon
100%.
event.
He needed that.
His girlfriend turned into the moon,
yeah,
and he just had to stand there and take
He's
it.
like,
Yeah.
well, my girlfriend's a fish now. She's part of the moon.
I mean, that's not.
There's
no,
nothing
never
you
mind.
can do.
Nothing he can do.
Yep.
And then
If she leaves the pond, she literally dies, and so does the moon.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
it was a big thing.
It was a big thing. Sucks to suck. He should have just not dated the future moon.
Yeah, you shouldn't have
future
dated the
moon.
princess of the Northern Water Tribe that could turn into
That's
the
so
fish,
good.
bro. El Bozo.
Albozo.
Me personally, I would have made that mistake.
Wouldn't have made that mistake, bro.
Plenty of other nice women there that would not turn into the moon.
No, that's
But
so
he
true.
wanted the top prize, bro. The
top
trophy.
oh my
He
god.
was him, dog.
No, to be fair, if you could raise up the moon,
I would
think-
do it.
yeah, that's
Vector,
what I'm saying.
you know, Despicable Me.
True. Vector, bro. That's
so
all right.
Dog.
It's okay because he got Suki.
That's true. He did get
That's true.
Suki in it, and
true.
Ty Lee does like him.
She's also crazy though.
But
Is she?
yeah.
you
She's
know,
pretty crazy.
Ty Lee best girl. That's all I gotta
She's
say.
Azula's friend, so she's a little unhinged.
Okay,
I kind of
but
agree.
Mai is Azula's friend too, but she's not crazy.
but
No,
she
yeah.
actively breaks away and even betrays Azula at one point.
Yeah, because she
but like
likes
Ty
Zuko.
Lee doesn't
Okay, but Ty Lee's not the smartest girl around. She's an airhead.
because she's unhinged.
She's an airhead. She's literally a circus freak.
She's like, yeah, I'll help my psychopathic friend kill these teenagers.
Yeah,
see.
100%.
Okay, that's besides the point.
Oh my. Yeah, we're gonna overlook that. That's
Yeah, come on now.
A little teenage murder.
She
Don't
joins
worry
the
about
Kyoshi
it.
Warriors in the end. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
true.
Yeah,
That's
you
funny.
know, you're right. You're right.
Redemption.
funny.
She redeemed herself slightly.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's more of that is that you don't have to live remake everything, guys.
That's so true.
You don't have to live remake.
But you know, the next live adaptation is the SAO one, so I can't wait to see that,
that
one.
actually true?
Yes,
Is that true?
the last Netflix one is the SAO live action.
I might actually watch that.
No, so I was actually about to counter your point and just say, no, I think you should live action everything. I would love to see a bunch of different takes on these interesting stories, even if they're good or bad, in my personal opinion.
I guess it's
But-
that's kind of a fun thing to actually do that.
But the live SAO actually kind of sounds
Yeah.
kind of sick. I hope they do it justice
yeah,
instead
I
of
don't know about that. That's actually kind of cool.
and remove certain scenes.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please.
They have to.
Please.
Before we continue this topic, I want to go back to what Josh said. Similar to Gus, I will rebuke your statement by saying, I wish they continue to make live action shows exactly like the One Piece live
Oh
action.
my
Oh yes.
God.
If it's like the One Piece live action where the creator has a huge hand in helping it, then
Like name
I love
one.
it.
Like name one anime you would want a live action besides what we already have.
Um,
I'm trying to
Bleach.
think. Bleach should be good. Actually.
it should be pretty
It
cool.
actually had
it
one.
It
yeah.
has a Japanese one. The Japanese
think-
ones are hit or miss.
I
Though.
think I've seen that one.
It was okay received. It wasn't like the worst out of the live action shows, but it wasn't good enough to like
warrant a series or
warrant
something.
like a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, you know it would be a good live action? Baki. Oh, yeah.
that'd actually be sick.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Baki would
You're
go
actually
so
cooking with
hard.
that. I wouldn't
Oh.
mind that. That's actually kind of sick.
Ooh.
Oh, but where are we
God.
starting? From like him as a child, and we have him fight the monkey.
You would
and,
have
like,
to
the
start from
army.
the beginning, wouldn't you? But then but it's tied to Netflix, and Netflix one starts at a different point. So
Right.
I don't know how they probably would do it from the Netflix start, and they would have to if
what'd
it's
be
tied to Netflix.
You know, what'd be a cool one actually. Some director would have to be a mad lad to actually remake Berserk. Berserk
Ooh.
would be a cool.
That
Are you
live
sure?
action, they would have
Berserk
to
is
change
kinda
so
nuts.
much though.
Yeah, they would.
It's
You
too
cannot
graphic.
air that. You
It's
cannot
too
air that.
graphic.
Honestly, I think they could make it happen. I think they can make it.
Someone can make it
I will
happen.
agree with you. They have to like butcher a lot of it.
But
But
would even it'd be Berserk at that point. That's the problem.
okay, you might be right.
That's the problem. You
Like-
can't, it wouldn't be Berserk.
They
Yeah.
would find an excuse for Griffith to actually be right in what he
Yeah,
does.
they would
like
Wow.
because he wouldn't do any of
He
the
wouldn't
heinous
do it
stuff.
most of the stuff. He's a literal war criminal,
Oh
dude.
my God.
That's so
But
good.
since they can't air the
Most of
actual
the
bad stuff, like he's just gonna come
Guts,
across
Guts
as like
would
a
have no
rational
reason
guy.
to do most of the stuff also
That's
because
so
a
true,
lot of stuff that
actually, yeah.
happened to Guts is too graphic to show.
Right.
Yep.
You're just
Wow.
gonna. It's just gonna be SAO.
Yeah, it would just be
SAO is
SAO.
crazy.
That's why they're doing SAO.
Right.
That's funny.
Wow.
That's fine.
There you go.
Man, One Piece live action. Thoughts on
So
it?
good.
So good.
Yeah, so something you guys don't know about me.
Oh.
What?
I've actually started watching One Piece.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know,
I still
I know.
haven't
I'm
read
a
or
One
watched
Piece
it.
Hey,
hater.
can I tell you something?
What?
I'm waiting for the remake
Here,
for
guys.
the.
I have another hot
anime.
take, guys.
Let me hear it.
I never watched One Piece either.
Same here,
Wait.
dog. I'm right with you.
Am I the only person who reads One Piece here?
I
You
see
read it?
tidbits
Probably.
here and there.
I never read
but
it.
I don't.
Probably. I've seen the anime. I've seen the anime. It's up to like. I haven't gotten to Chopper yet.
Oh
but-
my God, you've gotten nowhere.
Yeah, I know.
When I
I
was
know.
watching the anime, I also didn't get the Chopper.
Yeah.
That's
But
fair.
the One Piece live action is
So
kind of good. Yeah, it's really good.
So good.
I love Buggy. He was
Yeah.
great.
Buggy's one of my
Yeah.
favorite characters, dude.
Yeah.
Did him very well in the.
And yet you don't watch the anime?
No, or read the manga. You know, I read a lot of mangas,
that's so good.
but I just, that's the big thing.
wow.
Yeah.
Sorry to say it. One Piece mid.
Whoa.
Mid piece, my bad.
Whoa,
One
Piece
that is
mid.
crazy.
Wow.
I never watched it, but dang, bro. you
No,
can't-
that's,
Listen,
I'll
it's
agree
crazy.
with you just because I'm a One Piece hater.
Exactly.
But-
Same here, bro.
Oh my god, I won't lie. Live action.
Just don't
kinda
look
hits
at the
different.
manga list that I have. Just don't.
Oh my
just don't.
God.
I
You
know
ain't
what
see-
you watch. You can't say One Piece is mid.
Okay. But I started reading One Punch Man, though.
That
Alright.
gets mid.
Okay, and then it gets
Oh
better.
my-
And then it gets
No.
better. Monster
No, it
Association.
doesn't.
No, Monster Association arc was good. I don't know what people are saying. Me and another guy were talking about it, like, oh cool. All the S-Class heroes getting pop-offs.
Dude, they had so many rewrites. The time travel aspect of it
It's
was
so
just,
it was so poorly done in the video.
That's
Oh my
so
god.
they
good.
I don't know. I don't like the One Punch Man manga. For me, it fell off. I dropped it
One's
entirely.
cooking in such a direction that he doesn't even know where it's going anymore, dude. God is here, and God's saying, "Become one with me," and we don't know what that even means yet.
I guess you could say
Let's
he's going
go.
in one direction.
So true.
Whoa.
Oh my god! Cue the
Crazy.
music.
I love One Direction. No, okay.
Cue the copyrighted
Wow.
music.
On the topic of anime movies.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's Demon Slayer movie.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
What is it? The
So wait, hold on. Did you saw it in theaters, right? I'm guessing.
yeah, I
right?
saw it in theaters.
I
I
did-
seen it in
too.
theaters. Okay.
Okay.
I just heard about it, but I read all the manga.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
I have the rest of the manga. I just never
Real
brought
quick,
myself to read
what
it.
was the movie called? It was something sorts
Demon
of
Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba to the Hashira
to the
training arc.
Hashira training arc.
Okay.
yeah.
So can you explain what was in the movie for me and
Okay.
Gerald because we haven't watched
Okay,
it?
so you have my take
Mhm.
and you have Joshua's take.
Yeah, it's good.
So-
Two different takes.
I think Joshua should first explain what happens in the movie.
So this is common for pretty much every not every well, I would say for most of the Demon Slayer movies that have been
Yeah.
coming out for the past couple years. What they basically do is they show a previous first for the previous last couple episodes, or maybe just one episode rather, and they show that to give some context. Oh, but even before that, they show like a couple clips of the previous seasons, like Nagamoto Mountain Arc, Mugen Train,
Yeah.
Entertainment District Arc,
Just
all
in
that
case,
stuff. Yeah. So they do all of that. So that and they get to that, they show the previous episode, which people might complain about that. I know Gus kind of hates that. He's gonna get into that, but
Yeah, I definitely
because
will.
like, well, no. Here's my thing on it. It's not a bad thing.
Mm.
Like, the purpose for me going to a theater is that like you're there for the experience. You're not really there for the movie. Because I feel like if you're just going for the movie, you're gonna be probably disappointed with some of the movies because you're not gonna enjoy your experience. You're there to
Okay.
be comfortable. You in a nice good seat. You either go to like AMC or I go to a local theater actually nowadays because it's cool. It's better. But yeah, you're there for the experience. You're there to get your concessions. You get all this.
Yeah.
You're there for the experience basically. So you pay like a decent price, in my opinion. 18, 15 bucks is not bad.
It's not bad.
But anyway, back to Demon Slayer. So they play a previous episode, and then they play the ending and all that. Then they go straight into the new episode, and then most for me at least, it was the majority of the movie. That's what they pretty much played.
Mm.
And for me, it was pretty interesting what they played. I did like the not necessarily. It's kind of like I'm trying to think. It's not a recap. It's more like just like a break. Like they show like a break.
Mhm.
Like they show the rest. Like they show like it's mostly just commentary of like Tanjiro resting. He's resting. People are coming back. They're just it's pretty much what they show is literally what they're called. They literally call it Hashira training. So it's literally just Hashira training these demon slayers, like being stronger, getting tougher, swinging their swords, all of that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what the rest of the movie is about. So it's basically a recap of the last episode of Swordsmith Village, and it goes into that. But it starts with just them like training, which for some people it doesn't seem like the most exciting thing to go see and watch. But
Yeah.
like, if you really like Demon Slayer and you really just want to like see the animated and all that stuff, I think it's a good watch.
All right. Allow me to objection. You're wrong.
Oh, Phoenix
So-
Wright time. Okay.
Yo, you need okay,
Cross-examine.
no,
So-
never mind. Okay.
So how it actually plays out is you have the first. So he said it. It recaps over the first couple of arcs that happened before it.
Yeah.
And then you go into essentially what is the last few episodes
Okay.
of the actual the Swordsmith Village
Yeah.
arc.
Yeah.
You go into the last few episodes of that,
Mm-hmm.
and that takes up literally the majority of the movie.
Okay.
I disagree with that, but
And what happens is so essentially it just takes up like almost the entirety of the movie.
Okay.
And then at the end of it, you're essentially just given the new episode of the actual
training
new
arc,
season. Yeah. And for someone like me and my poor mother, she just saw the movie
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh, there's a Demon Slayer movie happening. Oh, I like Demon Slayer. My sons like Demon Slayers. Let's go see this
you
movie."
know what's funny? Hold on, I just want to pause
Yeah.
there. That was the same situation with my brother. He literally was like, this is Demon Slayer. I want to go see this. I personally wasn't going to see this movie at all. I was going to wait till it goes out on Crunchyroll.
That makes so much
I was
sense.
going to do that. 'Cause
genuinely,
I have a
shut
nice TV at home. Why would I go to see it? Well, that's the kind of, but like,
Yeah.
but like my brother was like, I want to go see it. I was like, fine, we'll go see it. And then I was like, all right.
But no, so
I ended up enjoying it though.
where did I go off? It was
You were still talking.
You were talking about your mother wanting to go see
yeah,
it.
so she was like, "Oh, let's go see it." For someone who's already seen the end, literally to the end of Swordsmith Village,
yeah.
already on Crunchyroll, why would I waste literally what is probably an hour
Yeah.
watching the last two episodes again
Yeah.
in theaters? I do not care. The point of I know you said something about going to the movie theater for the experience.
yeah.
I highly disagree. The only thing I'm really going there for is the movie.
Mm-hmm.
If the movie is not going to be good, I am not going to enjoy my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say those last few episodes and the new episode were bad. Obviously, they looked gorgeous, and seeing them on the big screen is awesome. But seeing it again, after we, specifically me, went in with the expectation of seeing something new and seeing only new stuff, whereas same thing with Mugen Train. Mugen Train had a very small recap and then immediately jumped into the new stuff.
Yeah.
This wasn't the same case.
Yeah, I will support you on kind of that.
Yeah.
Seeing this movie wasn't really worth it in my opinion.
I 100% agree.
But-
if you've
but-
seen the...
but-
Well, okay, let me hear it.
Seeing Swordsmith Village in theaters was worth it because of a one scene I will not discuss about.
Okay.
So if you know, I'm gonna say, I'll say it, the bath scene.
I was about to say we
There's-
spoiled.
You saw the,
oh.
you saw no, it's out and about. What do
Yeah.
you mean? It's in the manga. It's in the anime. You
Was
did see it.
that in the theater? Actually?
Yes, they showed it. They gave some fan service on that one scene.
So
I
I want to.
I thought you
I don't
watched
remember.
it.
I did. Are we... There's no way we're talking about two different movies here.
No,
No, it's the same
I'm
movie.
talking about Swords.
It
No,
didn't-
I'm talking about the Swordsmith Village movie. I'm talking about the previous movie before.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
okay.
talking about,
That makes a lot
like
more
you know,
sense.
like no, they I was
confused.
talking about
Okay.
like Swords Village movie. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, that was better in my opinion because, for one, that had probably they recapped the end of Entertainment District, which in my opinion had probably one of the coolest animated fights in
Yeah.
Demon Slayer.
No,
And
I
probably-
will agree. I will agree.
Probably top 10 in anime. In
Yeah.
my opinion. And it went straight and. So you get this epic fight at the beginning of this. You're hyped. You're ready to see this. What's gonna happen next? So he gets that. They rest, and like Tanjiro's sword's broken again, so he has to go to the Swordsmith Village to get his sword. And then he made the journey there, and they show the one scene that the one controversy with Syria and everything. They give us a lot. They really animated. Ufotable gave a lot to that.
Don't care.
Okay.
It was I didn't like it. I didn't like
it was
the
kind of
movie.
mid, but
It was so the new episode was it was all right.
it's okay.
It was
The
all
arc
right.
itself is a
Yeah.
weak arc.
Yeah, the episode they showed off like of the new season was all right. In my opinion, if you're not a diehard Demon Slayer fan and you've already seen the entire like Swordsmith Village arc on like Crunchyroll or something, there's no point in seeing this movie.
Yeah.
It is
I'm not gonna lie though.
There is
most
no
of the
point.
Swords Village like arc was mostly fighting, was it not? It was
Yes.
basically
Yeah,
It was mostly fun.
it was
was.
like a Dragon Ball Z like thing, bro.
Yeah, it was a
like
DBZ arc. True.
The movie where the movie left off, or where the movie started, was right where all of that fighting,
Ended.
yeah, exactly, ended. So you only got Tanjiro chasing down that damn demon, and then
The Miss Hashira.
yeah, and then it was after that.
It was after the
Yeah, it
Miss
was after
Hashira
Miss
stuff.
Hashira,
Oh,
too.
come
Yeah.
on.
So
That
it was
one of
just
the
him.
coolest parts of
That
the
is-
It was
arc.
just
that
him
is one
chasing
of
the
the coolest
demon.
parts, I
That
will
was
say.
it.
That's so sad.
That is
So I want to interject here
Let me hear it.
because Josh said earlier about how you go to the movies for the experience, and I think that's worth digging into a little bit more. I disagree with Gus. I think you definitely should go to the movies for the cinematic experience that it entails.
Yeah.
However, a good movie is one that entirely capitalizes on that cinematic experience.
True.
I went to see One Piece Film Red, and let me tell you, that movie was trash. I
That
really
is
didn't
a
like that
controversial
movie.
At least
take
you're not-
because
at
a
least-
lot of people.
However-
you're
So
not
good.
like Madam Web viewers, you know.
However, despite not liking the contents
I stuck
of
that
the
in, that's
movie, I had a good movie experience
Yeah.
because the movie was tailored to being watched in a cinema.
Yeah.
You had there were a lot of songs by Ado, who's a fantastic
She's amazing. I
singer.
love her.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of great fight scenes. These fan service fights that a lot of the audience got up to stand for and clap and applaud, like, yeah! You know, the actual content of the movie was slop, but I would absolutely, I would say that it was worth my money to go see it regardless.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Like
I-
I wish I was like a Marvel like / like either like
Oh,
Star Wars
no.
fan like during the times where their movies were
Well,
coming
all the
out.
good movies were
Yeah,
out.
like Endgame or
Endgame.
Yo, I wish I was a fan when Infinity War
Same.
came out though. I wanted to go see
Honestly,
that in theaters.
No,
That's- yeah.
I was. The movie theater, don't care. I go for the movie.
Just,
No,
just
I don't go-
don't go there.
The-
Just
the-
watch it.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I said,
No,
just
I want
watch.
the popcorn.
yo ho
He
ho
wants
with a
I want the
bottle of rum and get your popcorn from your corner
No,
store.
That's so true.
The movie-
Why
Why are you
shop right, something like that.
Why are you paying
The movie theater
$15
popcorn is
to
better.
get
No, it
into
isn't.
the movie?
No, it isn't.
No,
Yes, it is.
It is
No.
so.
Yes,
You're
it is. I
paying
will
like
die on this hill.
$12 for a bag of popcorn. You can
That's
buy
like $5.
that. You can buy like 10 bags of popcorns for that same
Actually,
price.
more like 2, honestly.
Don't care.
It's like inflation nowadays. You can buy like 2 bags.
No, absolutely.
Oh
not.
my god.
No, he's talking about those
Yeah,
small.
I-
Those
Oh, I
smaller
thought you were talking
home
about like.
popcorn.
I think you're
Also-
talking about like the
Go
bag,
watch
giant
a
bags.
movie at home if you don't appreciate cinema.
Okay.
Oh, that's
so
so
also,
good.
you guys go to AMC, right? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
I
to
go to.
AMCs,
I
yeah.
go. I used to. Now I go to this one theater in Secaucus
Mm.
called Carasota's Showplace Theaters. It's a really good theater. It's cheaper than AMC. They have
Mm. Yeah.
way better seats because they have recliners and they have a
Okay.
ton of space. You can actually really have. If you're, I'm a 6'2" guy, so it's like it's
Yeah.
it's like it's
Yeah.
important. And they have good cheap
Yeah.
cheaper popcorn at AMC. So it's like
Okay.
it's a decent drive for me, but it's like it's worth it in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I go to
cool.
good old Cityplex.
Oh.
Yep.
I live near
Yep.
Cityplex. I'm
Oh,
surprised
hell
you go to that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Garbage.
surprised too.
I've always wanted to go
No.
see
The
like
I
a
always
AMC
go.
in
movie
Jersey
somewhere, but I
Gardens
never
or
got to it.
or Clifton is so much better.
Don't care. Free refills on popcorn.
You're such
That's
a
all I
bozo.
want.
You are
one
That's
of
all I
the
want.
Really
ghetto-
a bozo.
That's all I want.
It's one of the
Free
most
refills on
ghetto
popcorn.
places, bro.
Don't care.
I think
Don't care.
Doesn't everybody? No. Oh, I know. Some places you require to be like an extras member or like just a member of something or like a stuff.
Yeah, to get free refills and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, I think that should
But-
be standard. Kind of.
Cityplex.
No, I
It's
agree.
different,
I agree.
bro.
I think every like
Get your popcorn at
Oh
home.
my God.
Oh my
You can't
god!
bring it in. You can. What do you want to do?
No,
This is
I'm
crazy.
saying don't go to
Don't
the
go to
movie
the
at
theater.
all.
all right.
that's
You
a-
know what?
Watch it at home at this point.
That's so
I
good.
agree to
That's so
disagree.
good.
That's what's kind of killing movie theaters nowadays. It's like,
Well, yeah.
people are putting out the movies on like streaming services like Netflix, Paramount Plus, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's and they literally you can't just go. It's not worth it. You can't.
Well, it's also
That's
on
true.
the creators to make it a cinema experience, like Gerald was saying
Right.
earlier.
Yeah.
This,
Like I miss like those 3D movies. You just get.
Oh, yeah, same,
I miss
yeah,
those.
yeah.
I miss those so much.
Truck Boy and Lava
I
Girl.
mean, they still
Ooh,
exist.
boy.
Spy
They didn't
Kids.
die.
They do. Spy Kids 3D?
It's very rare to see them though. It's very rare to
That's
see
so
them.
good.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
Wild.
All
Movie
right.
theaters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what was I gonna say? On the topic of AMC, so I always go to like whenever I go to an AMC, I of course get like a large popcorn, right?
Yeah,
A
the
good old,
experience, yeah.
Good old large drink. I usually mix it with like some Sprite or lemonade.
Okay.
that sounds
good.
Sprite and lemonade,
Okay.
and
Sprimalade.
usually I get something called what is it? The Bavarian something. I don't remember.
What do you
But
want? What are you
it's
yapping
a
No,
about?
that's a thing. Like
Yeah.
Bavarian donuts.
no, it's a 2-pound pretzel.
Oh, that sounds
And
sick.
What
it
the-
is. So something about me. I love pretzels.
Oh.
Oh, you
okay.
do.
Yeah.
We're just
Color
learning a
pretzels too.
lot
Yeah, we're
I'm
learning
a-
about
today.
Mr.
Yeah,
Gus
I'm
today.
a pretzel.
And I don't know how much of what we've learned today I like.
We're learning a lot about each other's opinions
No,
right
that's
now.
so
That's
true.
crazy.
If you gave me a pretzel,
Oh.
I would do unspeakable things for that.
Okay, let's leave those
Like-
things
let's-
unspeakable.
Let's see what it's
Let's leave you, your pretzel, and the mustard in the
popcorn.
other room.
The popcorn.
Okay, actually, I hate mustard and pretzel. Don't care.
Get out.
Whoa,
is better.
no!
Cheese
You
is better.
eat pretzels with mustard?
Yeah.
Why?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
No, what do you mean? You have to explain.
Yeah, I kind of
It's actually
agree.
pretty good.
I don't believe.
I would eat
Tell me
it.
what it is.
I would
Look.
eat it with like cheese or like a
Cheese makes sense.
Yeah, cheese makes sense. I'm a
Why
mustard hater.
You're a mustard
I
hater?
hate mustard on anything. I just hate mustard.
No, I like mustard on a hot, like a nice spicy mustard on a hot dog.
Same.
It's
No.
pretty good.
No.
I like honey mustard.
It's like me. Like I would only eat like ketchup as like a cheeseburger or something like that. I can't eat
Yeah.
on anything else.
Understandable.
I actually don't like ketchup on cheeseburgers because I feel like it's redundant when you already have tomatoes. You know.
That's why I don't like
agree.
tomatoes.
I agree.
Though.
No, I love
I
tomatoes.
don't like tomatoes on my burgers.
Yeah, don't
It
care.
makes it too
Alright.
wet.
You're,
It
You
makes
know
my
what?
burger too
What?
wet. Yeah.
You don't like your burgers?
at that point, take off the lettuce too.
I don't. I take off the onions though. I don't like onions.
Why
All
are
right.
you even?
Yeah, why? That's what I'm saying.
All right, you're not
removing
destroying my food takes right
All
now.
right, all right.
There's no shot.
Okay.
We kind of went into disarray with the burger.
There's no shot. I'm
there.
getting
2
destroyed.
pound
We
pretzel.
deviated a little. We
2-pound
deviated
pretzel.
a little. Let's
Cheese.
go back to track and ignore the mustard pretzels. that
It's
have been
good.
said. So,
I hate it.
what else is
I'm
on
getting,
the
I'm getting
agenda?
destroyed right
Oh
now.
my.
What did we discuss? We
God.
discussed Pokemon. We discussed Stay
Your favorite,
Switch.
Josh? You want to introduce this one?
They can't see it, but I'm wearing a Final Fantasy VII shirt today. So so to start here, so on the day of recording this, it is about 3 days before
Rebirth drops.
first off the leaf year day, and second, Rebirth. Second, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth drops on PlayStation 5. I have pre-ordered. Sorry, I spit there. I pre-ordered this game since it was announced that I was on pre-order. I pre-ordered the deluxe edition. I wanted to get the deluxe, the collector's edition, but 19 Agents of Sephiroth was too much for me to buy.
Oh my god!
So I
It's
couldn't.
just like the
Yo,
how
I
many
love
inches
when
of
people-
venom.
Yeah, I love when people. I love that mistake on Twitter. Man.
It was so good.
It was so good. But yeah, no, I played the demo earlier, like a couple weeks ago. It was pretty good. There's 2 parts. Square was smart was pretty smart in the marketing of this game. They did a lot first they made commercials of Red Bull, which I think I showed on Discord one time. I showed you
You
guys.
said Red Bull?
No. They made a commercial for Red Bull. I could show you on
The
TikTok.
Red Bull?
For Red Bull, yeah.
The energy drink?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
what
yeah, I
other
saw
Red
it.
Bull
I
is
saw
there?
it.
Yeah,
What
wow.
other Red Bull
Bro,
is there?
I thought he was saying Red Ball or something. I don't
No.
know.
Red Bull does not give you wings. It gives you anxiety and it gives you.
That's false.
You cannot say this. Red Bull will come for us.
No, that's true.
The,
Oh, yeah,
are-
it's
the
very
arena
nice.
in Hudson is pretty good.
This is
I
my
like the-
opinion, guys.
Yo, Red Bull
Red Bull
sponsor
is
us.
okay. It's okay.
Red Bull sponsor us.
No,
Fuck
the Red
anything,
Bull-
bro. Kirkland, Costco.
Monster.
Oh
Okay.
my
Anyways,
God.
so
Costco?
back
We love
on,
Costco here.
So back. Oh, I
Final
love.
Fantasy.
I have a membership there too. Okay. Anyways, back on that. Sorry. So back on that. So yeah, no, I played the demo. I played the first part, which the first part of it really opened up to what they did. Though they improved on remake,
Yeah.
and like what they were able to do. They
Okay.
put a flipping piano like thing in the game. Like
Yeah.
you could play the full like a full piano. Like
It was really cool.
It was
Yeah, I
really
agree.
hard. It was really hard for me to play because I'm terrible. But it's like it was really fun to do.
Yeah.
You could play like certain themes. Like I was playing. I think they put Tifa's theme in there. I was struggling.
But what about Megalovania?
Oh,
that's
probably.
so true.
Anyways, so they put that in there. They had like they had all these cool like haptics.
The new costumes and stuff were so fun. It was
was
so
pretty-
nice. But like my thing is the story. How did you feel about the story
Yeah.
changes?
What's going on? Because I know nothing about.
I mean, I
Final
don't know about it
Fantasy.
yet, so don't spoil it.
No,
for
no,
me,
I'm talking about
please.
like part one.
Oh, part one was
Part
awesome.
one, the story changes. And like the ghosts and stuff.
Yeah, that
I've
was
only played
weird.
part one
That
also.
was weird.
I did not like that decision.
That was
and
weird.
the ending of part one with Zack. I love Crisis Core. Crisis Core is probably one of my favorite.
I actually
Final
played Crisis
Fantasies.
Core. I pre-ordered that too. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
Crisis
I
Core
enjoyed
remake's
it.
really
I
good.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
But I don't like how they just got rid of the whole thing with Zack's death being the Cloud's canon event, and why he is doing what he is, and why Sephiroth, his whole motivation was because his boys died.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
I don't like that.
That was weird.
I think I should mention that I haven't. So, I know a little bit of the story of Final Fantasy, the original, or Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, the original. I was
Yeah.
about to say.
I know a little bit.
Warrior of Light.
Actually, I do know that one. I do know that one.
Yeah, that's a Final Fantasy 1
But,
reference.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, I haven't played the game.
Oh.
Both the remake and the original.
That's fair.
That's understandable.
But I know a little bit of the story.
I
The
never-
remake is harder to get to unless you have a PS5.
No, that's
I
true.
No,
am
well,
in the same boat
I
as
think
Gus.
I think it's on PC now.
Part one.
remake part one. Part
That's
one
it.
is on, and plus the DLC with
The Yuffie DLC,
It's,
yeah.
it's all on there. It's pretty cheap now. You can literally pre-order both for the same price as the one. It's pretty cool.
That's true.
If you're new to the game on PS5, you can get it like
You can get
both
all
of them for $70, which in my opinion is worth.
That's
a lot.
100%
That's worth it.
The only things I know about Final Fantasy is that Sephiroth and Cloud have some weird
gay tension.
gay tension going on. I saw the scene in the
Oh my
trailer where
God.
Cloud's like crying into Sephiroth's man chest.
Yes.
Like
Wow.
I don't know anything else besides whatever the fandom has done with these two characters.
And that is the worst thing that you could have ever said.
He should have been
They've
made
done
for real.
a lot to those two men.
Okay. Yeah. No. So.
So what's going on in Final Fantasy? What's
I
with
agree.
the remakes?
I agree.
What's like I heard something about like a multiverse.
Yeah.
Multiverse is crazy.
So no, because so in the remake, there's multiple timelines. That's the thing.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
I think you know. I think I'm getting what you're putting down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too fond with it. I'm not too fond with it right now, but like, I'm just excited for the
Yeah.
next part. You know, you know what I mean?
I want to play it, but I just don't like how the story direction is. In
That's
my
crazy.
opinion, I just don't like
I
it.
think it's still. I think it's in my opinion, probably one of the best remake games. In our
Yeah.
generation right now.
Resident Evil 4.
But like, okay,
That- there's
RE4
that-
remake
there's that-
goes
there's
so
that-
hard.
there's that
Leon,
too.
yeah.
I never played it. I keep seeing it on sale. I never get to buy it though. I should buy it though.
don't worry. If you look at the memes, that's all you need to know. Don't worry. So that's all
So
you need.
good.
But okay, yeah. So like, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's coming out this week. Super hyped about it. Hopefully, at some point, I can tell you all about the experience.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But
sure.
okay, so I was talking about the demo. So there was part one. That was pretty cool. You had the experience and everything. Part two, though, it was kind of interesting to see where they were going. Like the whole gang, like with Tifa, Aerith, Barrett, all Red 13. They're all the gang just going all around about. They're going. They for the demo they were going to Junon.
Oh.
So, but they had like these. They introduced a new character, or not a new character, in my opinion, but it was like it was the girl. Who was the girl? I forgot her name. She was like the white-haired girl that was appearing on the Cloud's wrist. I forgot her name. It was really Chadley. I don't remember.
Oh,
His
white-haired
wrist?
girl.
No. I forgot her
Like
name.
he had a
though.
tattoo of her?
No, it was
No,
it
Cloud
was
doesn't
it was
have
Mai.
tattoos.
That's her name, Mai. It was like an acronym. It was Mai, I think. I don't know. I gotta
a
look it up.
new
I'm gonna look.
character?
I'm gonna look. No, I don't know if it's new. But
I don't remember.
hold
the
on, I'm gonna look it up
character.
right now. But yeah, no, she was kind of introduced into it. Let's see.
It's quite interesting.
I haven't played part 2 because it's not on PC.
Damn.
Okay, it was Mai. Her name was.
It was
Mai.
Mai? Okay.
Yeah, it was Mai. Yeah, no, she appears, and she like gives you like these like the these like what's it like. she gives you like these fighting things, like these fighting like challenges, and they're pretty hard. They're actually really hard because these new enemies, like they hit hard. It's like an Elden Ring situation with like right now. It was so hard.
Elden Ring.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't want to mention
Elden Ring.
That's a
DLC?
different.
Did I hear that correctly?
DLC?
Elden Ring.
Oh no, I
Hold
don't
on a
DLC?
minute.
No,
We
hold
can
on,
talk
hold
about
on.
that, but
We can talk about the DLC.
Okay,
We can
yeah,
talk
we'll get
about
into
it,
that
but,
later.
like,
We can talk about
I
that.
have some.
It was pretty hard in my opinion, but like I got through it, and like there was like a little tiny boss that like led into like what's to come. But that was a pretty hard boss too because I had to play it like 3 times to actually finish it, and I ended up changing my party, and it was like.
I remember in part 1, the guy, the boy that gives you the VR technology to
That's
do
Chadley.
some. Yeah.
He's an interesting boy.
When I remember doing the Leviathan summon fight, and oh my god, that was so hard. I had to only play as Barrett and use him the entire time.
Talk about 16.
16, I still haven't played it. I don't have a PS5.
I'm the only one that played it, so I can't really talk
I don't
about it
have
too
a
much. But
PS5.
if you haven't played it, it's really good.
Is
You
it?
should really play it.
I heard it's really good.
If you
it
have
actually
if you have a PS5, you
That's
owe
a
yourself,
tall
do
order.
yourself a
Yeah,
favor.
that's so true.
It's
Still
on
to
on
this
sale.
day.
You can get it. It's on sale. Get it. Play it. Get the DLC when
Still
it comes
such a
out.
You
tall
said
order.
Final Fantasy 16.
Yes,
All right.
it's really good. It's really
You
good.
know,
many-
just as an outsider, I think I'm a hater.
You're a Final Fantasy 16 hater?
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
I think so. I don't know.
You don't like Clive?
Who's
Yeah,
why?
exactly. You just said it. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love it.
The
Out of-
combat looks so good.
in
It's just
the-
DMC, but Final Fantasy.
But people complain about it like I was like, oh, it's mostly cutscenes and all that like stuff. But bro, it's an RPG. Like it's a story
Okay.
game.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna disrespect JRPGs like
No,
that.
no, 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 no.
I will.
I'm saying.
I hate cutscenes.
Whoa.
I will.
Whoa,
Easily.
You're not gonna disrespect JRPGs
Easily.
like that.
I love stories. I love
You're
games
playing a
that tell
JRPG.
story,
You're
though.
playing
Don't
an
care.
I
anime.
love
Don't
games
Like
that
care.
tell a
every
story.
aspect of an anime.
Don't care.
You better sit through this
Why
dialogue.
don't you like?
Don't
cutscenes?
play
skip.
JRPGs.
I skip.
Why?
Unless.
Whoa.
unless-
You're a story skipper?
Yes, yes I am. Yes I
Whoa.
am.
Get
I
out.
play
Get
for
out.
the
I'm gonna wring your
gameplay.
neck.
I play for the gameplay.
No,
Don't play
there is-
JRPGs then.
Bro, the game
Get out of my genre.
is
That's
to
why I
invest
hate
you
JRPGs.
into the world. You've got to be invested.
Go
Nope.
play your brain dead
Nope.
action games, please.
Nope.
Go play your Horizon.
Don't play Death
No,
Stranding.
I don't even play Horizon.
Yeah, go play Horizon.
Don't-
Death Stranding is crazy.
Don't
Death,
play
Death Stranding's all star.
No, no,
Yeah, it's
I
all
play.
story, bro.
I play Elden Ring. That's what I
Okay,
play.
fine. We can talk about Elden
Yep,
Ring. Never
yep.
played it.
Go
I
to
played
game.
other From Software games.
Okay,
but
let me hear
not
the
yet.
which ones you play.
I've played Dark Souls 1,
Dark Souls 1,
Dark Souls
goated.
2,
Okay.
2 goated.
Dark Souls don't
and
finish
that's
it.
it.
Not
Nice.
3.
Not 3.
Not
I haven't gotten to 3
Bloodborne.
yet.
Nope.
I didn't have a PlayStation. It's crazy.
What was he gonna say? Yeah, so Elden Ring DLC.
I heard a lot of my friends
The
are hyped for
trailer,
it.
the trailer looks so nice. Oh my god, you do not understand.
Yeah, I know.
So
I don't. I haven't played it.
I haven't played it either.
I never played Elden
all
Ring.
you guys gotta know is big tree. You depending on what
Guru from Guardians of the Galaxy.
big tree. All you gotta know is at the end of it, you fight this guy / sometimes a girl guy.
Mm-hmm.
What? what?
Don't worry
Sure.
about it.
Wait a minute.
It's not plot relevant, or it is plot relevant.
Okay.
but
Oh,
I'm
you
not
wouldn't
gonna
know
explain
because
it.
you skip cutscenes.
That's so crazy. He's so right. He's so right.
That's so good.
No, but my thing is, did they make the "Can I solo her" guy canon?
No,
the
they
story.
didn't. I'm
no,
so sorry.
they're like, bad game.
No,
bad game.
That's-
They
you might
need to
be
make
right.
a trophy for him.
No,
somewhere.
they actually did. So they actually sent the guy, the Let Me Solo Her guy. I think the Rivers of Blood katana, like a mock-up of it.
That's so cool.
I think that's what it was. It was something like that, or it was like a figurine of himself.
That's so cool.
But that's what they did, and it was actually nuts.
That's so sick.
Oh my
He's a
god!
living legend
No, he actually
in the
is.
From Software
But
community.
the DLC, it's gonna focus on like this new kind of world. They said it's gonna be bigger than Limgrave. I know you guys don't know what that is.
Don't
but
know what
it's
that is.
essentially like the first starting area, first starting like continent kind of thing.
The maiden,
It's gonna
where the
be-
maidenless guy is.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be bigger than that, which is already pretty huge. Other than that, there's a really cool weapon where that they showed in the trailer where it's essentially just a guy throwing hands.
Yo, that's
Like
sick.
instead of like the
Adonis?
normal like that's so good. Shout out to
People don't know who
Adonis,
Adonis
guys.
is.
No, that's true. Shout out to Adonis.
Maybe he'll be a guest
Instead
on the
of
pod.
throwing
Yeah,
hands
no, I
like
was gonna
normally,
say.
where you just like punch in the air, you actually start doing kicks and like flips. It's so sick. But I digress.
As sick as that is, I'm gonna have to cut you off there.
Yeah,
guys.
that's fine. That's fine.
Any closing remarks before we sign off?
Has it been an hour already?
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought
it
it
has.
said.
My closing remark is buy Yakuza Infinite Wealth or Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I just finished the game. I cried
even
at
talking
the
about
end. I don't care. Buy the game. So good. Tekken 8 also. See me in Tekken 8.
That's
All right.
That's all I
crazy.
gotta say.
So, thanks for listening in to the first episode of Player versus Podcast.
It's been awesome. It's been great.
Indeed
We
it
had a-
has.
we had a-
Fun
we had-
time, boys.
We
Fun
had plenty.
time.
We had plenty. We had plenty of stuff to clip
In
here.
store to come.
Gus apparently,
No,
especially.
100%.
Us is
I'm a
bad
hater.
takes.
Yeah, no, that's
Right.
gonna be.
I
that's
only have
amazing.
good kit takes. Only you guys.
We're gonna
Such a
see.
bad
TikTok's gonna know.
Oh,
We're going to have a
God.
YouTube Shorts page too.
I'm gonna
that's
have so much fun
crazy.
editing that. It's gonna be
Oh,
amazing.
God. We can
We're
make a
gonna-
YouTube channel. Your bad takes.
We're gonna see you guys next week on PvP Players versus Podcast.
Awesome. All right.
Signing off.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024. All rights reserved.